Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Aries for June of 2012. And this also applies if you have an Aries ascendant. So, my dear Aries, the big news this month is that Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, abundance, wealth, prosperity, changes signs on June 12th. Moves out of Taurus in your second house and into Gemini in your third house. And it stays there for a whole year, right until June the 25th of 2013. So what's it going to mean for you? Well, what it's going to mean for you is that you're going to find that the pace of your life speeds up. If you're already busy, you haven't seen busy yet. You're going to feel as though you're juggling lots of different balls in the air. And Gemini rules the hands. So you may find yourself doing more things with your hands this year. Finding new ways, maybe you might learn a musical instrument. You might decide to study carpentry or massage or healing. It would also be a good time for drawing, also great for growing food, for growing things, for becoming more self-sufficient. Anything involving your hands is very well and strongly aspected. What's also well aspected for you is studying something new, learning something new. If ever there was a month for signing up for a course, to do a new course, to learn something, or a more serious course of study, and especially if that involved law or negotiation or marketing or advertising or anything connected with computers and technology, this would be a great month for you to consider doing that, Aries, because you'll feel more receptive and it will be easier for you. As well, we've got Venus still retrograde. Venus also in your third house. Still retrograde until the 26th of the month, goes direct on the 27th. So you're probably going to want to go shopping at some point and buy something this month with all this activity in your third house. So just make sure that you keep the receipts and the guarantees and that you don't overdo it. You don't overspend and then find when Venus goes direct on the 27th, you wonder what the hell you liked in those items you bought and you want to take them back. On the other hand, this is a great time for selling something that you no longer want and being able to get a good price for it. That's a wonderful thing to do during this Venus retrograde. As well, it's a good time for renegotiation, for resending emails, for re-examining a situation, and for making sure as well that you do take a little bit of time out to relax. Although I really don't think, Aries, this month you're going to get a whole lot of time for relaxation. First week of the month we've got Venus square to Mars, so possibility of a little flare-up in a relationship. But you also may be very sexually attracted to somebody, maybe just a feeling of like a frisson of attraction to somebody. Not a good time for actually beginning a relationship. The second week of the month, we've got some very interesting aspects to Mercury square Uranus and Sun square Mars. So it's going to be very high energy level. You're going to feel probably, Aries, we know you're not the most patient sign anyway, but you're probably going to feel a little more impatient and maybe a little bit irritable sometimes with people who just aren't getting their act together quickly enough. With Mercury square to Uranus, it's a great time for new ideas, for your mind being very stimulated. And also with Jupiter having gone into Gemini, this is a wonderful time to develop your mind, to develop positive thinking, to get out of all these negative thinking spirals that often pull you down. Because Aries, you are an uplifting sign. You're a fire sign and you always should be pushing out with the enthusiasm and the inspiration that you really love to feel and you love to be around. The last week in the month, you've got Sun opposite Pluto, so from your 4th to your 10th houses, could be some intense moments in your relationships this month, particularly in the last week connected with family and connected with your work. Watch that you're not becoming too obsessive and Also make sure that you're not neglecting people maybe who need some time from you in your family. As I said, you're going to be juggling a lot of things, a lot going on for you, but I think it's going to feel exciting for you. With Saturn in your 7th house, yes, still going through some learning experiences. Many of you with relationships, go slow, don't rush into anything. Of course, with Venus retrograde till the 27th, try not to get into a serious relationship during this time. Just go more casually and slowly until we see what happens once Venus goes direct on the 27th of the month. So there you have it. I wish you a great month, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you. Thank you to those of you who comment and who sign up for my free newsletter, and I'm always delighted to hear from you. Bye for now.